No, like you make sense on shit that you've been through. You had to, do what you got to do, and you just got lucky.
Yeah.
But
there's a thing when, like, people don't understand the power and intimidation of a microphone or a camera. Because when you turn it on, especially like even here, like when we've had several guests on our show, and they don't even know I have the record button on, and they're like, "Oh, you're recording that?
yeah, and then
Oh my
they
god!
just start,
Like, what do I do?" And they'll
like
ask
a
in the
deer
middle
in
of the show.
headlights, like,
Yeah, they're like, "What do I do?" And they start like fixing their hair and shit. You're like,
but dude,
it's a podcast. What are you doing?
and the thing, is that we make them. Well, mostly you because of your jokes and whatever. Like they get comfortable with it. Like you make them comfortable in front of a mic. Because like I remember when we first even started having like guests, it was like we would ask them questions and we'd be like, so yeah, that kind of like awkward, like but we just take their focus off the mic, and just
have
start
a
asking them about them. Hey man,
Well,
how you doing?
I loved. I mean, I don't think I have a favorite episode or a guest. I think they always brought their own uniqueness to it, whether it be kind of boring or be kind of exciting. It doesn't matter. But the ones I
honestly like all of our guests, they've never been like boring.
Yeah, to me, I mean, maybe,
us,
yeah. At the time, I was always intrigued, no matter what they were saying, because it's not me talking or not you talking. You and I know each other almost inside and out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've fucked a couple times. But anyways, I mean, who's doing that?
I don't know
right?
what the fuck. I don't know what the hell. I put it in his butt. You can look at me. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome to my Steve Rugby with your boy, Big Daddy Dominic Thomas. Of course, Jordan and Mike, when it happened was Barrera.
Just joining them on the podcast.
Yes, not docking. Okay, we're not docking. But no. You and I know each other left, right, up, down. We know each other's birthdays. I know you're allergic to mango, and I would never serve you. Yeah, dude, I know that, dude. I know your sisters. I know their real names, and I know what you
I
call them.
don't even know your
up.
favorite color. I think it's black.
That is racist, sir.
That's your favorite color. That's a compliment.
Favorite color of woman. That's why I married a white chick. That's why. No. But there was always something interesting in the podcast, or as far as our guests go. And for me at the time, I was like, "Oh my god, this is not me. This is not Mike. This is something very new." And probably the most interesting that helped me out was Coach Ricky.
Yeah.
Because I mean the atmosphere, because he doesn't drink really, like he really doesn't. He's not a drinker at all.
I remember when we got him drunk.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't call him drunk, but he was inebriated for sure. But I was like, "Would you like a beer?" Yeah, sure. And so we were just talking, like the mics weren't on. We were just in the podcast room, just talking about jiu-jitsu and this and that. We were just drinking a beer, and I said, "Hey, look, I got a really, really good whiskey. Do you want to try it?" He goes, No. I was like, "Look, I'll pour you a tiny, tiny little bit. I'll put an ice cube in it to water it down, just so you can taste it." He ends up tasting it and liking the whiskey and drinking the whiskey. He goes, "Dom, I'm drinking, like legit drinking. This is my second drink." No, it's just it's the atmosphere I created, or I hopefully I want to create, I should say.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's like homey.
Yeah. See, I'm taking on
Man. Oh, hell no.
It's hot, man. This is alcohol.
He's in his thong right now.
Dong. See, you want to talk about some bullshit music back in our days, son. Dong. Cisco, see, it was super hot.
That's like the
like
young
that song,
thug
though.
of our year. of our days, man.
Yeah, but Cisco had talent though. He could sing, he could dance. He was with Drew Hill and all that shit. But just wrap it up real quick. I always want if someone wants to be on the show that we feel is good for our show and it benefits them and us, let's just be real.
Not even that. If you really down, bring your ass.
Yeah, because we've had a couple people I want to be on the show, and it's like, all right, come on next week.
You know what? My schedule and my bank account is set up. The way my bank account is set up.
And I don't think I could. You know what? Let me go. I'll be right back. Huh? What just happened here? Like he just, he didn't. They didn't even move. They're like, I'll be right back, and they just stood right there. Just didn't even go nowhere. It's like, so you gotta. I think you got. And I look at Mike like, do I have to leave? Do I have to go?
Do we
go?
One of those just.
But yeah, but yeah, Cisco from Drew Hill and all that dong song. Okay, it was a great music video. Awesome music video.
Awesome music
and
video.
And it was like, that maybe that song didn't take too much talent to write or sing, but if you take away,
and Cisco, if you see your views on thong song go up a little bit, it's because we mentioned it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And all our listeners are like,
brought it back.
Let me look that up real quick.
Guess what I'm going to do after the podcast? Definitely going to look that up.
I'm going to look it up right now.
So yeah, no, yeah, I guess you could say it didn't have so much talent to it, but the person that made it really, really good was a talented musician, as in Cisco, because he could totally sing and dance, and he looked cool. He had a very unique look to him. He wasn't let's just say, he wasn't the typical black dude that was doing the thing at the time. He was unique. He dyed his hair blonde, which isn't that unique at the time, but he was actually kind of a short dude, and he was kind of breaking it down. Like, he was really hanging and doing his own thing.
He can sing.
Yeah, he was talented.
Got them vocals.
Yeah, so yeah. Not that.
But besides that, back to what we were talking about earlier is like, yeah, we try to make the environment comfortable, to where somebody that has a mic in front of them or has a video camera in front of them, they forget it.
Yes, that's super important to me.
And that's when that's how you know that you're a good interviewer or just a good talk show host or whatever, is when they immediately forget anybody's around,
right,
and become themselves. Because like again, we've had guests that were like, "Oh shit, the mic's on."
Yeah.
My name is, and start getting all proper.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I want you to be yourself. Like, act like you.
Yeah. And well, you were just saying, like, on the one podcast you listened to, Trick Daddy was on it, right?
Yeah.
So how? I mean, I've never listened to it, so I was just kind of intrigued on what you were saying. Did he turn it up? Like, do you think?
Because they were drinking. I mean, like how we have like all when we've had like
multiple people in the room,
here, and we're just like throwing back shots or whatever. That's kind of how it was over there.
Okay.
It was a little more organized. No, it was the same thing.
But,
like they were like, "Hey, bro, pour me a shot, bro." Like, "Hey, give me a shot."
Very informal.
Yeah, and they were getting fucked up, but they were like being themselves.
Right.
It wasn't like, "Oh, well, I'm on this podcast, so I gotta put on this persona." It was just like, man, Trick Day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from down south, and he just was like telling it how it is or whatever, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And I think we have that potential, or not even the potential. I think that's how we do it.
Yeah, I think I would like to believe that our atmosphere is very laid back, very informal, and it's actually I would think. I mean, as far as the goofiness goes and stuff, yeah, for sure we have a great time here. But I try at least to learn a little something for myself, for you, and for our guests too when we do have it. Like, the education process is important to me too. As much as I like to tell a lot of dick jokes and gay jokes and stuff, that's my repertoire. That's my niche, But to really try to educate someone, if I educate one person about a little bit of something, and I did my job, and I feel like that was a good interview then, or just a good podcast, not an interview, because I feel I don't interview anyone. I may ask questions, but if you take the microphones away, you take the video camera away, and all that shit.
Conversation.
It's just me wanting to know. Yeah, I just happen to have a microphone in front of me and a recorder in front of me. So that's how I like to feel the podcast go in the room.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, we just love doing this.
Oh my god, like it's just beyond great. Fun.
You know,
you know what I read? So off of that. I read something today about this guy. I guess he does. I mean, it was totally like on Pinterest or something like that. I don't remember, or Tumblr or something. But this guy, he was very, very passionate. He had a very passionate argument about anti-alcohol, but pro-drugs. And
what kind of drugs?
All of it. Like you know, like heroin, coke, crack, all of it. You know what I mean? But I mean, in a nutshell,
I'll deny that beer, but I'll take that fucking bump.
Well, here's where he came at. He wasn't like all about the psychedelic part of any type of. I guess let's just call it, like, nutshell it, like drug, including alcohol. That's drug. He was like, alcohol is probably the worst drug you can ever put into your body. That gets you intoxicated. You know, and he was like, there's a hangover. It dehydrates your body. It makes you black out and this and this. And, you know, and you think like you can drive and so do other drugs. But he was like, look, I do recreational drugs, but I don't ever have that like sensation or anything else to do the stupid things I want to do. Except for when I do alcohol or when I had done alcohol or something like that. You know, I don't have the effects like doing crack and stuff like that the same way alcohol does to other people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
I mean, you haven't watched the news or like just been around crackheads.
Yeah.
But
he was just very pro other drugs, and I mean, I'll try to find it.
Hey,
again,
I mean, I have friends that do, you know, coke. Or
what?
Whatever. Yeah. Like, but it like as I feel like you're not doing it around me.
Yeah.
Like you do that shit on your own time, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, dude, we can't fucking kick it. Cause you know, because
it's hypocritical to be honest.
My boy that does it, he's like, man, you like it's
boy or girl.
But it like. It sounds cliche, but he was like, you do the drugs, don't let the drugs do you. He was like, I know, like, when too much is too much.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, that's fine. As long as you don't, like, trip out. Because I've had a friend that, you know, we were kicking it. We were hanging, we were, you know, sipping on beer. We were having a good time.
Yeah.
And he busted out the
He or she.
He or she busted out the white girl, and you know, of course, they offered. I was like, nah, like because that's not my cup of tea, at all.
Yeah,
you know, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, dude started tripping out, and was like, and it was me, my close friends, and him, you know, and my boy or whatever, and like, he just like, man, you guys plotting. You guys plotting. And I'm like, what? We sitting here watching you play a video game, and he's texting some chick that he's trying to, you know, get with tonight.
Yeah.
This was back in the day, dude, and it was funny at the same time, pissed me off because we, you know, he invited us over.
Right.
We came over to hang with him.
Yeah.
Having a couple of beers. He does his thing.
Yeah.
And he just starts tripping out. And my other boy, he's texting some chick he wants to, you know, get with that night.
Yeah.
But the dude that did the white girl was like, your boy over here texting, like, what, you trying to rob me? You trying to rob me? I'm like,
using modern technology in my house?
You know, and he just went like crazy.
He went off the rail.
Yeah, and then he kicked us out. And I was like, all right, we'll leave, but, you know, and we left.
Yeah.
And like after that, he came down off his high or whatever, and he came like to try to apologize.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like, there's nothing to apologize about.
Yeah.
You
it was just a bad trip.
Yeah,
it was a bad
had
trip.
the worst trip. But like, if you're gonna invite me over, don't do that shit.
Yeah,
don't do that shit
no
around
more.
me. Like,
No more.
you know, like, yeah, and it's just crazy that people like choose that route instead of drinking.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well,
I'll take a beer. I'll take a nice little buzz over.
I don't have a problem with that though. Actually,
weird ass trip.
Well, dude, I don't have a problem with. I think it was not Spain, Portugal, because my in-law.
You have a problem with Portuguese?
Portuguese? Yeah, you guys are terrible. Your sausage is good.
You
though.
guy.
No,
I'm not Portuguese.
I am. I'm sorry. No. They decriminalize drugs over there. Now that doesn't mean it's illegal or anything. I just think that if you have it on you,
look down upon it.
I don't know what it means to be 100% honest when you decriminalize drugs, but look, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you drink beer, you do coke, you drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, smoke weed. I don't care.
You drink coffee, you're a crackhead.
What, dude? Okay, but let me get my point across, and then I'll get on that too. I don't care what you do. I have just a simple rule that has a little bit of a footnote to it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you put into your body. As long as you're not hurting other people.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting yourself. I really don't care.
And I had a close relative that was on, like, I don't know if he was on tweak or just something, but he would, it's crazy.
See my face. I was like, ooh, like, oh my God.
But he would, like, literally lock himself in his house, do his thing, and he would like it was weird, but he would draw on the walls, like, because he was a great artist.
How cool is that, though?
And he was like, he would like super just mural out his whole fucking apartment, like.
Dude, that's awesome. Kind of like Heroes.
Exactly. And he would, like, you know, he did his thing. He wasn't hurting anybody. It was just a habit that he had, and the only way he can control it and, like, kind of like contain it was to close his door, lock himself in, and, like, do his thing, and then, like, start drawing.
See, what a perfect scenario that situation has brought up, that the drug, whatever he or she did.
And we're not promoting drugs.
No,
we're just saying.
I'm not.
Like, we're just talking about different ways that people are like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, dude, it's all about perspective, man. I used to remember, again, back in the 90s, dare to keep kids off drugs. Any drug, marijuana and this and crack and this. All that was terrible for you. But when you educate yourself, or you get educated,
or you educate your kids,
and expose them to it and all that, it's like, okay, look, that could be bad. But my original point was, the guy was like, alcohol is terrible for you. And think about it. There's very little health benefits for it.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's good for you.
But think about it. We'll drink a 6-pack like that. We'll drink a 6-pack, be hungover, because we all want to have a good time. We all want to socialize and have this fun and stuff. Because you and I, we're not the heaviest drinkers, but we're social drinkers. Like, we like to socialize, drink, have a good time. Who doesn't? But, like, what if like Coke, or no, that's bad because it is social. What if crack was like super social? What if crack was super social? Like, alcohol is super social. The social thing to do is alcohol.
You go out to socialize.
So you go to crack. What if there was crack? You brew your own crack in your garage, and you start your own crack brewery or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what if crack was super social?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be. And alcohol was the. Oh my God, he
is an alcoholic. I can't believe
he drank a whole 40 ounce of OE. You know what I mean? Like, if it's all about perspective.
We do not want to socialize with that asshole.
Old English.
Really?
MD 2020.
Is that a Mickey's in your hand?
Oh, how dare you, sir? No, it's all about perspective. It really is. Because, again, alcohol is a very social thing. It's very acceptable. It was unacceptable in, like, the late 40s, almost 50s, like Al Capone era, Prohibition era.
Well, I mean, like, government wise, but dude, it was always like,
it was always the thing.
Yeah, it was always.
So when I
had a hard day at work, throw back a shot of whiskey or a whole bottle of whiskey,
Jesus,
and then wake your ass
smack
up
your wife, or oh God, those were the days, man. I wish that's what they used to do when like women would.
I have not smacked you yet.
Excuse me, that's another subject for another day, sir. But no, I'm just saying, all about perspective and all that. You know, if crack was a social thing, we'd have bars. It'd be sexy. It would have commercials. They would sponsor the NFL, the NHL, the UFC. It would be everywhere.
You never know, man. Like, with all the gay ass rap that they're fucking promoting nowadays, it might fucking like it
They
might
have to be on crack to get away with that music and the hairdo. Okay.
Yeah, and I showed you that cipher. It was like,
I
dude
don't
is
even wanna
wearing a
talk
purse and a scarf.
It's a satchel. Okay, Indiana
No,
Jones.
that was a fucking
yeah,
purse.
He had a purse.
That was one of those big purses that they get at Coach.
But I just, I mean, again, I have that rule. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, as long as you're not hurting yourself, I don't give a fuck what you do because you're the person you knew. That was perfect case scenario. He or she went, hey, look, I'm gonna twack out for a second. I'm going to lock the doors. I'm throwing away the key. I don't even know where my keys are. Or maybe that's the sober mind going, this is the sober box. That's where the sober items go. And I'm going to tape it up, lock it up. And now I'm going to into the realm of oil paints and happiness. Okay.
Dude.
And then he just did a mural. He or she did a mural. Wonderful. I would love to see that. I'd probably be scared. Would never step foot in the house.
The aftermath would be sick as hell.
See, that'd be cool. See, but think of all the cool things that weed produced too. Yeah. Think of all the creative rap lyrics or artists or paintings and all that. What about like all these people that just smoke weed and they go, man, I'm gonna make a beat.
Stimulate your mind.
Now,
and you're like,
there's a lot of people in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu community that smoke a ton of weed and come up with crazy jiu-jitsu moves that work in sport jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, holy shit. Because they took their mind and altered it a little to where we were never born with that state of mind ever. You couldn't reach that conscious state of mind ever in your sobriety life. Ever. Could you reach there until you got inebriated with alcohol or weed or something like that.
Dude, a lot of the stuff, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the sickest lyricist or whatever, but to me, and like, dude, sometimes I've smoked, like, back in the day, I would smoke and I'd stay up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Everybody's sleeping, but I have my headphones on and I'm on whatever program at the time I was on.
Yeah.
You know, Fruity Loops or, you know, just Pro Tools or Reason. Like, all those, like, I smoke a blunt and, like, I just hear something different and it just makes me feel a different way.
Yeah.
And I come up with, like, something so fucking sick. I mean, of course, you know, like, that was back in the day, but I'm like, man, like, certain stuff that I come up with, it's like, man, I don't think I would ever have come up with that in a sober mind.
Okay, so that's the thing about weed, though, and I give it all its respect. You know, of its medical respect and medical benefits and, you know, not recreational benefits. But I'm only speaking for myself. I have never came up with something brilliant on alcohol, being drunk. I've never come up with something super brilliant. I mean, I'm not saying I've came up with anything on weed. I mean, I've smoked it a long time ago, and you know, I wasn't even, you know, trying to get all with all that. But I'm saying, like, the most creative stuff, the most innovative stuff has been smoking weed. It's never been like, dude, I was so fucked up one day. I drank about 5 shots, 2-3 beers, and I went home and said, you know what? I'm going to drop some hot-ass beats. Because the minute they wake up and sober in the studio or wherever they are creating their art, they go, ugh, what was I doing? That sounds so out of tune, and they scrap it from the records. I mean, I've never heard of anybody doing that on alcohol. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anywho, sorry, I had to take a quick break. But I think that, like, when I did smoke back then, I was I was the total opposite of how I felt when I was drunk. Like, they're both downers, right?
Yeah.
They're both downers. But like when I was high, I just felt like I was like, I just need to sit here and think. Like, I just need to just mellow the fuck out and think.
See,
but alcohol has like the total opposite. It's like woo, and then go.
Yeah, alcohol is like that.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to get drunk and just like go ham, like, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, like a lot of my friends that smoke weed, a lot of people that just smoked weed around us,
yeah,
they would want to like sit there and just, I'm gonna smoke weed and just, I'm gonna sit here and fucking curl into a fetus and just, you know, sit there. But me, like, smoking motivates me do stuff. Like I get up and clean the house.
Yeah.
You know, when I was like living with my pops.
Yeah.
You know, and he wasn't home, and he was like, "Hey, you know, like, kind of clean up the house or whatever." I'd be like, "All right, fucking roll me a blunt, smoke me a bowl or whatever," and it would have. I play some music, and I will fucking clean that house like you know, no other, and it just motivated me.
You probably like the feeling. You know what I mean? Like some people like the feeling.
Everybody
of
likes
moving
the feeling. But just the
sure.
fact of just, you know, kind of like using it to your benefit than a downfall. Because a lot of people are like a lot of people like to smoke and get dumb. You know, like my dad. There's a couple times where I'd smoke, like, because my dad knew I smoked and me and him would smoke together or whatever. But sometimes I would smoke and I would get dumb. And he'd like say something in Spanish. I forget how he says it in Spanish. But he would like pretty much tell me like you smoke to get stupid or like to enjoy your, you know, because technically he was the one that would like taught me how to like smoke and use it to the benefit. Like, you smoke, like go do something clean, you know.
Yeah, use
you know,
it.
you don't have to
use
fucking,
it to benefit.
Yeah,
from it.
I clean my room and just set it up all sick, you know, how I like it.
Yeah,
you know, and I just smoke and get motivated.
Yeah.
I smoke and like, hey, let's go out and do something like go to the movies or go hang out like at a bar.
Yeah.
You know, versus some of my friends were like, let's smoke and just sit here and just fucking like waste time.
Yeah,
like,
that has to be the worst.
Yeah, that is the worst.
I mean, see, because back in the day when I would do it, I would be one of those guys that just like, dude, I want to just sit here and think. But I found drawing and stuff like that helped. You know what I mean? Like just drawing. Like drawing on paper or drawing.
I've done it.
See, yeah, I've never created anything great. I'm sure, you know, but yeah. But my point was like, you know, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anybody else. And there's different effects for different people. It's all the same thing. But, you know, nowadays there's strains and there's sprays and gummy bears and oh my god, I'm so scared. Well, it's legal though. It's legal 2017. Like you can just go to Albertsons, right? You can just go to the store and buy it, right?
Nah, wish it was that easy. But
you don't have to have a medical card anymore. It's recreational now, right? Look that up, man. I'm pretty sure it's recreational now. Push Alt Tab. You have to Alt Tab out of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, we voted. It was a pretty big majority vote, right? I know I voted for it. All right, so Mike's looking it up. Do you need a medical card to buy weed? Fuck. So there he goes, Mr. Type of two fingers. Jesus Christ! If you use those two fingers, what they're meant to use for, son, especially on a lady, I feel bad for him.
I have no problem in that area.
Not the way your fingers are moving, son. Just stop. Honey, just stop. I don't want you to. Don't worry about that, honey. All right, so we're trying to find out.
And then you can't always trust the internet because
so you're wrong. Okay, you have to be 21 and older. Do you still need to? So over, they haven't. Oh my God, close that. Sorry guys. We're trying to find this out real quick because somebody's been complaining that we don't do our research and we're trying to do it now. So go down, scroll down. The short answer is yes, but
yeah, pretty much.
All right, so this site is saying you can, but not until 2018.
Yeah, because they're getting all the legal
mumbo jumbo, red tape, and all that in order and all that shit.
But they're getting all the red tape done right now. But I mean, if you're caught on the fucking street smoking a J, they're not gonna sit there and like citate you.
Put your hands up.
Yeah, they're not gonna like hem you up. They're just gonna be like, dude, you know, like.
Well, you're allowed to have even an X amount of grams, right? Like a half a gram or a quarter of a gram.
Of course,
or something
I mean
they're
gonna. I mean, because it's still like it's. People got to get used to it first.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're going to, like, stop you and see if you're up to no good.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just casually fucking smoking a J, I doubt I mean, because even when it was illegal, like I've gotten caught with stuff, and I complied.
Yeah.
If they asked me for my ID, I gave it to them. I didn't fucking say, no, fuck that shit. You know,
like these dumbasses.
And get hemmed up. It was like,
my God, I love those guys. I fucking love those guys.
I was fucking smoking a joint or a doobie, but, I'm not driving. I'm not, like you said, I'm not hurting nobody.
Yeah,
I'm just doing me. They'll let you go.
I'm on the sidewalk because I didn't want to smoke at my house. You know what I mean? I want to get the smell off of me or something, just like real quick. And all right, yeah, fine. But here, I just think, I'm getting upset. I just think overall, again, it's not even just drugs that I apply that rule to. That as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting anybody else, I really don't give a shit. I mean, you could be a straight man that likes stuff up his ass. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, who am I to judge? I have my own vices and all that shit. It doesn't go that extreme, but I don't have any of that. You know what I mean? And okay, so I eat ice cream at 8 a.m. Some people be like, oh my God, Dom, do you know what that does for your lower and upper respiratory? And I'm like, dude, don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah,
upper, lower respiratory.
Your upper, lower.
No. You know what I mean? Like, I have my quirks, like video games. People still to this day don't get video games. They get it way more now than they ever have. But it's like, okay, so how many hours do you put into it? And I'm like, dude, I'll play like 2-3 hours a night. Why? Well, it's fun. It kind of gets my mind off things. That's terrible. You should probably put it in and be a little more productive with your time. No, that's a time to veg out. Like, that's a time to just chill the fuck out and not think about anything.
Oh man, it just bugs me when people like judge you for like if a hardworking person has a hard day at work and they want to come home and maybe take a nap. That's okay. Take a nap.
Yeah, take a nap.
But you want to come home. I mean, I judge you all the time. But you come home and you want to play a video game. That's your fucking time to play a video game. Do what you want to do. You earn that time. And when people were like, oh, like you could be doing something else, like,
the book
fixing something in the house.
It's like,
but that's a part of my work day.
Yeah.
Like, that's a part of like my life.
Yeah.
It's like I'm constantly working, I'm constantly fixing something, or I'm constantly, doing something.
Yeah.
So the time that I want to myself, I'm either gonna go out and drink with my boys, I'm either gonna sit my ass down and play a video game, or I'm gonna sit my ass and, smoke a J and fucking like make beats. It just depends on what, like your choices. And for all you judgmental motherfuckers, fuck you.
I know. Well, see, because like those people that like what I'm saying, like all their vices and stuff, like that one dude who was like, I'd rather fucking do coke or I'd rather do crack and stuff.
Meth
besides alcohol. And that's fine. That's his vice. That's his thing. And I get it. That makes sense to him. And some people like they like to be fucking strangled when they're having sex. Not me, because I associate it with jujitsu, and I do reversal. My wife tried to choke me. I fucking reverse that shit. I reverse it and get side mount. Okay, I would put
her
side
in a
mount.
Fucking triangle.
Yeah. So some people like that, and some people like to be spanked and all that, or some people like to be furries, or Some people just they love baseball.
I don't know where you're getting that from.
We're gonna go down the rabbit hole. That's where we're going. No, some people like baseball. I fucking hate baseball. Some people like baseball. Maybe that's their pastime.
Playing baseball.
Like, I'd love to play baseball.
Yeah, but
playing is fine.
Boring.
Yeah, see,
I'm sorry.
So everybody has their things. So you shouldn't judge them. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball doesn't mean I have to shit all over you. You're like, dude, I love baseball. I can throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm like, well, you know what? I can fucking wrestle you for about 20 solid minutes, okay? How about that? And it's like, that doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Well, throwing a fucking leather cotton ball at 90 miles an hour doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. It's not going to kill a zombie. It's like, it's not going to help me and anything. It could one time until you fucking throw the ball away. Then what the fuck you got? You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't help me. You know what I'm saying? But and that's fine. So don't judge. Please don't be judging anybody on anything. The best thing you could do for them is to be like, hey, look, I accept what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree with it, but hey, keep on keeping on, man. You know?
Keep doing you, bro.
Yeah, you keep doing you. We'll still be friends because our friends, we're all very similar. You know what I mean? Like, we have very common interests. Dance was our common interest and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, you know, a couple guys went to go do jiu-jitsu, and the other guys kept doing dance. And other guys pursued music, and other guys pursued art and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, it's like, well, I can't paint. So all of a sudden, I got to dislike this guy? No, that's not fair. And that's not right, even. You know what I mean? You can't judge people like that. This is my friend. This is the guy I grew up with. I can't be like that. But if it was a random person, oh, man, you judge the shit out of him and be like, this fucking homo, like, he keeps painting on this canvas. What is he doing? Like, that art don't make no sense.
You ain't Bob Ross.
Bitch.
Get all in there.
Yeah. Like, don't fuck with Bob Ross, man. I've been cracked out on that.
You can't draw a fucking happy tree.
Huh?
Like he draws
all
a
your
happy
trees
tree.
are sad trees, okay?
But yeah,
he has happy accidents. You have terrible accidents.
A lot of judgment going on these days, man.
You know what? We are in a very judgmental world
and
right now.
The Obama speech, he's gone. I mean, he's still going to be here.
A couple more days.
But,
we got a couple more weeks or something. But hey, listen.
But still.
I thought it was very sincere. And for once, and I understand why he doesn't do it, or any president, but since we have modern technology and all that shit, you know those, okay, so you guys don't, I mean, everybody sees it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm special. But there's those teleprompters. We all know what teleprompters are, right? There's these clear glass window things that display the words that the president or anybody that's lecturing or behind a podium should say. Yeah. Teleprompters.
Yeah.
I wish.
What Ron Burgundy uses.
I'm Ron Burgundy? No, but I wish for once Obama had the perfect opportunity to say it at the very end of his speech. He could have been like, take those down, or can we turn those off for a second, and can I just be me?
Let me be real.
Let me not be the president. Let me not be the president. Let me not be the president. Let me not. Can I just say something? And I thought that would have been super cool. I'm not shitting on the dude. I thought it was a great speech. I thought it was very sincere and wholehearted. But
this is what I really wanted him to say. Hold on, it's a little video from Facebook.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
That's what I wanted him to say. I'm not fucking leaving. I posted that shit. I was like, man.
Fuck you, Mike. Look, cheers to President Obama. Yeah. I think you did. I got screwed over one time because of you, but that's okay. I forgive you. But hey, I think he did the best he could do with what he was given from the previous president, and then that previous president before him, and him, and him. But
and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So I thought it was heartfelt. But I wish someone like him in his position, the most powerful seat in the world. Everybody has eyes on the U.S.
I don't think it's the most powerful seat.
No. Don't. I mean, we're not going to get political, but think about it. That is the most powerful seat in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, I thought for just a second he could go, can you guys take these down for the look? I'm at the end of the speech. Can you just take those down? And I'm going to talk to you for another 2 minutes. And I'm gonna just be me, Barack Obama. I'm not gonna be the president. I'm not gonna be her husband, not her father. Let me just be me for a second, okay? And then say whatever it is he said. That would have won a million people over, millions of people over. You know what I mean? If he could have just been real, even if he said, "I fucking hated every minute of this, but I did the best I could." Even that, I would have been like, "Dude, hey." Who's going to shit on the guy now?
I mean, yeah, of course. Like, in a perfect world, yeah, he would have took down that shit and told his real feelings. But you think the people behind the whole election and the government, like you think they're gonna really let him say anything, dude?
What are they gonna do though? Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, what are they gonna do? Dude, he just speaks his mind for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, and they make him disappear. Like some more. Yeah, dude. Like it.
He ain't gonna make him disappear. He's black. He ain't gonna make him disappear. Where's he gonna go?
But I'm saying, like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought he had a perfect opportunity to say that. I thought he had the perfect, because he thanked his wife, his children, Joe Biden, which I thought was fucking awesome. I thought, dude, because all the Joe Biden memes, dude, they're so funny. It's fucking hilarious, man.
But he was like, what do you say? I left the passport, or like a passport in your drawer, just so like, if Trump finds it.
Yeah, he's like, I hired all illegal immigrants in the kitchen.
I changed the Wi-Fi password to Mexicans.
Viva Mexico and shit.
So he doesn't use it.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. I just thought that he had. Look, he's the most. I would say Obama. He did his best, and I think he's probably the more celebrity of the presidents.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Because he made it that way. Is because, dude, first black president. And he was like cool as shit. Like, like even on, like those videos that they show where like, it's supposed to be publicity where he's like helping a kid or a sick kid or an elderly person, but he made it just, that's what he is. Like, he was so natural with, how he was, and so like sincere. It was like, he was acting natural.
Yeah. And that's what's missing, especially with politicians, is just and that's what President-elect Trump brings. Just him, 100% unfiltered him. Yeah. And did you see his last or his first speech of this year?
Nope, not you. Nope.
Good.
No,
you know what?
No, not you.
Good for him. Good for him. I actually applaud him for doing that, because he's like, you know what? You're not a real news source. That's what he feels. That's what he believes. Okay. My voice cracked. Sorry.
When he said that, his balls shriveled up. I was like, I was like,
let me try that again. Okay. That's what he feels. That's what he believed. He goes, you're not a credible news source. You're not a real news source. And the guy kept, sir, that's not fair.
Excuse me. Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
And then he's like, you're being rude. What the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to get this going. Like, I'm trying to keep it going. Let's just stop. First off, both of them were childish. Yeah. But you know what? Good for President Trump for not caving. Because you don't want a president that caves, right? Yeah, especially someone that he doesn't respect. Like, he didn't respect that dude. I have a bunch
of mixed feelings with the whole
absolutely.
president.
I'm not saying I'm pro or anti. It's just
what's done is done. What's done is done. Yeah, I move the fuck on. Come on. And let's see what happens after.
Yeah.
And that speech at first, because everybody is like showing the other side.
Yeah.
All he did was like shut that dude up. But yeah, it's true. He wasn't a credible. What do you call it?
News source.
News source or whatever he was saying. Yeah. But I mean, that was kind of douchey on both of their parts.
Right.
But you're right. When he's the first unfiltered, like the non-filtered 2017
Big
president.
Daddy. They came out a couple times, man. People, whoo, shit. But first off, he's not a politician. He's a businessman. He just happened to become president. You know what I mean? I mean, dreams do come true. But good for him. He was like, you're not a credible news source. You're not a credible person. And the guy just kept going. Instead of taking it like a man, he'd be like, well, can you explain why? No. Fuck. I'm here to do a job. He didn't let me.
If I was like, I would be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah. Be a fucking man.
Start writing my notes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just be a fucking man. Take a selfie. Fuck you, Trump. And that's it. You move the fuck on. You know what I mean? Just be a goddamn man. But come up to him afterwards and be like, dude, how about we just talk off the record one-on-one? How about that? Be a man about it. You know what I mean? No, excuse me. That's rude. Dude, Now, because in my opinion, President-elect Trump just said, hey, look, I don't like you. I don't like your ways. I don't like whatever you're coming to represent. And he moved on. He tried to move on it as best he could. But the guy kept interrupting. He's like, dude, it's not happening. It's not happening. Do you know Trump could have been like, escort him off the building, off the premises right now. Yeah. But he didn't, obviously, because that would have made him look bad. But he was just like, dude, you're not credible. You're not credible. You're not credible. Stop. Like, then after a certain amount of, excuse me, you're rude, excuse me, now he's becoming the pest. The reporter's becoming the pest now. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you just dug yourself in the hole. What are you doing? If you would have been quiet,
if you would have been like,
it again,
all right.
Well, yeah, while it's all going on a good roll,
once or twice, and if he still, then that would have showed that Donald Trump was like the douche for not answering that
yes,
simple question.
Yeah,
it's like, but he kept going on about it. And
yeah,
man.
So yeah, though this year is going to be.
It started off shitty. I'm telling you right now, my
I know.
Charger's gone. Like, what the hell?
See, I'm not affected by
bullshit
that at all.
Yeah, you're not affected. But how many of us San Diego Charger fans are affected? Yeah.
Hey, man, again, politics, dude.
Again, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And last podcast, I was like, yeah, I'm going to follow LA. But
you had mixed feeling now. Coming in, Mike
now.
stomped into the podcast room like, I'm going to retract what I said. I'm like, well, you go right on ahead. Mike, you will tell the people, not me.
Because, it just, a lot of people said exactly what I felt. It stung more than what I thought it would.
Yeah.
When I was saying, I was like, man, I'm gonna stay loyal, man. Fuck that shit. But when it was like real, like when Dean Spanos put that letter out, I was like,
motherfucker, fuck you. I'm gonna kick your ass right out there.
I mean, I'm not gonna go to fucking Murphy Canyon to the Charger camp and throw my jersey on the floor. I mean, it's still considered a fucking throwback, But I'm saying, like, it's a kind of a kick in the face.
Yeah, what you guys got to understand, it's business.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people forget. Yeah. It's business. And whatever
it
makes,
believe me,
whoever
sucks.
owns that team, whatever makes them more money, they don't give two shits about the guy that gives them money. Excuse me.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. Moving to LA was beneficial to whomever. What was it? Spanos. Dean Spanos, right? So, yeah. Benefits him.
I said AJ Spanos, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, fuck that. Mr. Spanius, fuck you. How about that?
But yeah, no, it was business. There's nothing personal, but
a lot of people took it that way.
Yeah, of course. San Diegans took it that way. I took it that way. I'm like, damn. Fuck that. It sucks because I have nothing to look forward to as far as like football,
But they didn't really give you. I mean, when was the last good season?
But it's just the simple wanting them to.
I'm looking forward to the loss.
I'm looking forward to the possible win, but
not in the second half. That's for sure.
It just sucks that we can't say
San Diego Chargers.
Yeah,
I
sucks,
feel for you, man. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You're gonna cry in the car.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, fuck that. You can't get too invested in that kind of shit because I mean, like I said, an outsider looking in. I don't have any kind of investments in the National Football League, AFC, NFC, up, down, left,
But I'm
right.
saying it's like, well, I mean,
it's not that
it's like
it's
they
just
shut down the UFC, and then you cannot watch fighting. Yeah. You thinking about it, man. You said jujitsu. The first word when we turned on the mics, you said jujitsu. So I guarantee if they just stopped fighting because it was just, so barbaric.
Well, you know what though? Okay. But there would be independent people that would put on, everybody would have.
You can watch it. You can, unless you drove your ass to the freaking.
Well, see, now you're going like crazy extreme.
But I'm saying, it's not.
Yeah, you can't go to the
extreme, but I'm trying to get you that feeling of
yes, that did not feel good. Thank you very much. I did not fucking like that.
Like Dominic, you can't talk about jujitsu. You can't even look at jujitsu.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Like It's just like, damn.
That can.
Like, what are they gonna do with the stadium now?
Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna keep? Yeah, I'm about to say keep drag racing down there. All the Honda Accords and the Acura Integras.
But I mean,
what are they gonna do? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I feel for you guys, dude.
make me cry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope that
I mean,
maybe they'll come to their senses and come back next year.
Well,
Or
just
whatever.
2007 just started. You know, I mean, it may seem like it sucks,
Yeah,
but we'll see where it goes. See where it goes.
man, dude. But would you be mad if they just went straight to the Super Bowl and I mean next year when they're in LA? Kabam! I mean, just destroyed. Destroyed people. Just fucking ran through people.
Kind of like on the loyalty. I'm like, man.
I guarantee Chargers fans would be like, I never left. I fucking love the Chargers. I fucking never left them. They went straight to the Super Bowl and won that shit. Oh my God, you fucking bandwagoners.
It is on record that I'm loyal.
Oh no,
You know
man. You was backpedaling earlier. When
I'm
the mics
just
were
saying.
off, you were like, hey man, can we not talk about that today? I'm like, that's up to you, man.
But
yeah, I bet you.
dude,
Yeah,
that's what I think about all the time.
If they
And
went
that's what I
straight
think
to the
about all
Super Bowl.
time. But then at the same time, I'm like, if I pick another team, which if I had a secondary team, which I do have a secondary team, like that I want to go for, it would be the Steelers. But because the Steelers are going like doing the damn thing, people are like, you just like. So I'm gonna just wait till this season's over.
He's gonna wait for the winner and then cheer for them. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm gonna wait until the season's over, because once the season's over, the winner wins, whatever. Then the next season, I don't know, man. Like a lot of my friends are going for. They're like, oh, you know, I've always been a Niner fan too. I'm like, first off.
I'm gonna kick your ass. First off, that's the first off. Don't even get to the second off, because if I get to the second off, I'm gonna stomp your ass. Then if I get to third,
but I'm just saying, it's like regardless what route you go, it's like if I go with the LA Chargers, people are gonna be like,
so weird.
I know LA Chargers. What the man? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you couldn't even complete your sentence, son. You were like, "Ooh, LA Chargers."
If I go for the Chargers, you know, people were like, "Oh, you fucking sell out, you fucking," but no, that's loyalty.
Because
That's
typically
loyalty
San
to-
Diegans hate Los Angelans. Los Angelites?
I don't
Los
know.
Angelites, right?
But I'm saying the same players. Like Jason Verrett is fucking sick as shit.
Yeah, no, I looked up all his shit, dude.
No.
Jason Verrett, he's the man.
He's a
around there.
cornerback, but he's like,
Yeah, no, I don't. You
dude,
ain't gotta tell me.
He won a
The
Raider game.
The Raider game.
A Raider game with
the
one-handed interception. Dude,
I just told you that. I just
I'm saying
told you
that. But he did it like a couple times.
like a couple
But I'm
times.
saying, like, he's a sick player, and he's gonna be moving the Chargers. Or moving to the Chargers. He's moving to LA, you know, with the team. So I'm like, I'm a fan of that player.
Yeah.
You know,
What about Weddle?
Dude, I'm a fan of him too.
Yeah, he's
even
gangster
though he went to the Baltimore Ravens. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
no, I know that. I'm just saying individually, like Weddle, like he's totally
He
cool.
don't know shit.
Okay, what about Drew Brees?
what about him?
He's a good player too.
What position did he play?
He's a quarterback for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah. Okay,
Fuck you. All right, I know.
Because everybody knows that. My daughter knows that shit.
Okay, what about Fouts?
What's his first name?
Stephen Fouts?
Dan
Right?
Fouts is now.
Wait, hold on. His middle name. You didn't say his whole name. His middle name, Stephen Fouts. But if okay, first off, backstory, funny story, true story. I met
Dan
Steven.
Stephen
I met Steven at Pachanga one time. He was like, Dom, do me a favor, man. Call me Steve. You got it, buddy. So just get off my shit, okay? Get off my shit.
But I mean, it's cool that we kick it
You
with
know?
Phillip Rivers, though. You know what I mean? You.
Yeah, we might even have him on the show.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Me and him were just shopping the other day at Target.
Chopping it.
You know, he was getting diapers for the babies.
He said, "Hey
you know,
guys,
kids.
hey, how's this show going? It's good. Everything's good, son."
Yeah,
Real quick. Very informal. After a loss, we still patted him on the back. It's fine.
It was right after the Raider game. You know,
I didn't touch him on his back. I kind of like was about to, and I went, "Man, you're not worth
I
it."
didn't touch him on his back. I patted his butt, man. So what?
Yeah, who could, so his dick. Yeah, who cares? Oh man, we're too tired for this. We're gonna literally put this out in like 3 hours. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna put it up. Put the picture to it. Put it out. 3 hours. Oh man, Mike, if you don't want to go all the way home, there's a bed right there for you, man.
Hell no, man. I'm going home.
Watch my ball. Anywho, Mike, where can they get a hold of us?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, if you want to.
You can get a hold of us at mod4up@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And you can also listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So whenever, wherever there's a somewhere, wherever there's a somewhere, wherever there's a somebody, somewhere,
whenever you have a heartbeat, you can.
Whenever somebody says something, you can find us.
You keep going. I want to figure this.
Whenever
you're someone that did something, you can listen to us.
Whenever somebody says something, think
Whenever
of us.
says some bullshit.
Modesty is for ugly people. And how rude is that? It's just pour your own shot and it's all good.
Bitch, shut up. Anywhere that's a somewhere.
Like that.
You can find
piss
us.
in your Cheerios.
Don't say that. Anywhere that's a somewhere, you can find us. mod4up@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're about to start a Musically thing kind of going now.
Musically.
We're having fun with it, but
for the
we're
fun
not
part.
there
Fun.
yet.
You want to see our joking side or fucking comedy side? Yeah.
You're already listening to it. You might as well look at it.
Look us up on Musically.
Yeah, so thanks guys for listening. Episode number 2, 2017. Good luck to everybody that started this year off on the wrong foot and the right foot. Yeah. Trust me,
it'll get better.
Survive. Yeah, you can do it, man. I guarantee it. Mike, anything else?
No, I'm tired.
I'll catch you cats later.
Peace out.